Oh, I've done something wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. I was live. Oh no. Oh no.
It's okay, it's okay. Oh god.
I've done something wrong, haven't I? Well, that was a blooper. Welcome back to ARL. After being harassed. Well, not harassed, but
Nah, it's
that
fine.
was
Yeah.
deliberate over-exaggeration. But we're back, and back on the formation lap. And several people have forgotten their setup, so now we're threatening to quit. But you know,
Well, let's just get started. Such
let's
on
get
pole.
started. Indeed.
Busy we're in the second starting. Well, I would say the samples count. It should count. But right now, busy we're starting in the second row unofficially for the second time this race. Nothing much else to say really. Both Renaults are in contention for the points, so that is something to look forward to.
Forming up on the grid then for tape number 2 of ARL here at Zandvoort. Game glitch caused Mercedes drivers to not be allowed back in the session, but the 5 red lights are coming on now. Such J will lead us away. Serious apologies and sympathy to Sam and Jarv, because, you know, they just want to race like the rest of us. It's lights out, and away we go. Good getaway from Such J as he leads from the front. Busy Gorgon as well on the front row. GSR Aid looking to go around the outside already into turn 1. Nose to tail between the Red Bull and AlphaTauri as well. GSR Aid still in close contention. VRT Lily 4th place as well. As further down the order, there's a dive bomb there from Brute Gorgon. It's a good move on Axe, but he's side by side with him. Axe just nudging in front, and a VSC caused by a spin for Danny, I believe.
Yeah. Danny just decided to not race anymore. I can't really blame him. Such leads the pack. With Busy Gorgon, Aid in third. The grid, the top 3 hasn't really changed, except that, yeah, top 7 haven't changed at all, except that Combat and Kyle gained 2 positions. Polo lost 2 positions. Polo is started on mediums. He should have started on softs. So that might be a penalty post-race. Corey Marshall not doing really well, starting 11th. Both McLarens are also not doing really well, 12th and 13th. Virtual safety car, hopefully, well, not hopefully, someone is
No
not
drive-throughs.
pitting. No
It's a good
drive-throughs.
start. But GSR Aid F1 going for the move on Busy Gorgon into turn 1. And can he keep far enough inside? Busy Gorgon with a better exit. And that just keeps him in front.
Really clean, only 1 position lost. Well, 1 position, 1 person crashed, so it's overall not chaotic yet. Like we said, some people are on stock setups, so it's not going to be very good for him. Busy Oregon is all on the back of Such, the ABS Tier 2 driver, in the front of the pack of ARL Tier 1, which is just incredible to say. Such is holding off so much. Once the DRS starts to activate, there will be some action here and there.
Busy Gorgon remaining within 2/10 of Such J. Now, does he have the straight line speed? Of course, there may be some alterations potentially to set up or completely default after the restart, but Busy Gorgon all over the back of Such J, and it'd be great to see him get this move done. Brute Gorgon ahead of Axe meanwhile, and very close in the lower end of the points. TRTC touching with LMG there into turn number 2. LMG runs wide, TRTC getting a potential cut back there on the mediums. This is for 12th place.
Yes. Oh man, look how close Such and Busy Gorgon is. Busy Gorgon is just he's so hungry for this race lead, of course. Such gets a really bad exit. Busy Gorgon does not have overtake enabled. Yeah, he's just patient right now. He knows it's a long race, you know, some stuff can happen.
And a touch behind from Aid as well in what is a huge strain. VRT Lily surely not down the inside of the penultimate corner. He backs out from it. And now on the rundowns towards turn 1, the DRS train is go. Busy Gorgon in the slipstream using the DRS as well, but does not choose to make a move. Very late braking from the Williams and Ferrari there in the background. V2 Combat and Axe F1, sorry, I think changed positions, and there's potentially another position change. Kyle SO2 backing out from a move, but around comes Corey Marshall, and last week's race winner in there in the background. Kyle SO2, great move there on GSR Axe, and good cooperation within that overtake. Sorry.
Yeah,
F1. We all know GSR Axe.
Yeah,
come on.
of course. Axe has a stock setup. He is getting chased down by people left, right, and center. It must be a bad feeling considering he's leading the constructors, and his teammate Jack Ompol currently in 4th position. There is a huge train. Look at this huge train.
Oh, Axe!
1st through 5th.
Oh, Axe has gone around, and that is his car completely lost. There was a few moments of oversteer. He controlled it, he went, you know, and ultimately, at the other end of the straight, he's backwards. And can Axe get it around again? Yes, he can. Whether he'll continue is a different question. But Busy Gorgon for the race lead. There's contact with the 2 Honda-powered cars, and Busy Gorgon has taken the race lead here. Jab in P5, but he's got gravel on his tyres. Something has happened to Jab, and Brute Gorgon now alongside and ahead, and Kyle SO2 in the background looking to make another move on, this time on V2 Combat.
Yeah, the train is splitting a bit here. Busy Gorgon is lead. Look how much Busy Gorgon is gaining. Axe retires in the
retired in
pits.
the pit lane.
Yeah, all these yellow flat. Oh, never mind. I was about to say all these safety cars, but there's only
GSR Aid on Such J into the chicane. There was a touch between them. Such J hangs it on the inside. Both ran very wide there into the corner, but Aid up to P2, and this could be a question of setup, to be honest, but as some drivers have found. Oh, and into the pits goes VRT Lily for a very early pit stop.
Probably got from wing damage. That
early.
is V2 and Jab battling it out. This is for 5th place. V2 gets the move done. Yeah, Lily with a very early pit stop. I don't know what's happened to him. Do you think Such maybe has a stock setup? Because he is losing so much time to Aid and Busy Gorgon here. And
yeah, I think he does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look to see if he said it.
Yeah, but right now, the Renaults are really pushing it right now. 4th and 5th place. Brute Gorgon is now chasing down Such for the final podium position. But hang on over yet. The race isn't done yet, but still, it is a lot of pressure on Such right now.
You got to feel for Such because it was just a quick turn of events, and of course, again, I apologise, and I'll make it very clear after the race that, you know, and obviously I won't go hard on myself. You know, I don't really want to do that based on the situation, but Brute Gorgon on Such J, the straight line speed difference is immense, and into third place he goes. But yeah, like I say, after the race, there we go. I'll speak a bit more about it and the event, so people are not confused, people don't argue, etc, etc. But yeah, this is the present, and we've got a race, thankfully, but at the expense of Sam Cole and Jarv. I have no idea what happened to them. And Codemasters, sort your fucking shit out. And I'm sorry for the language. It's the truth. I'm so sorry for the language, but it is the truth. You know, we've got... It's not just ARL, it's many leagues, and oh, this contact between Such J and Combat as he moves across. There's Jab at the inside. Corey Marshall has left the session as well. And that was from 8th position.
Oh,
big crash!
God!
Big crash! And V2 Combat getting away from that. And Jab is squished into the wall.
That is going to have to be looked by the stewards there. I think both of them retired, did they not? That is just shambles. I'm inviting Corey right now, by the way.
Yeah. Cool. Of course, as well, the black screen that often does happen pre-race gives people like 0.4 second. No, not 0.4, but
Combat pits.
Very, very little time to apply a setup. And just another thing. Requested to change the host, but there's no lag. It's honestly, I can't emphasize more that this is a Codemasters issue, and yeah, no words. But Kyle SO2 in 5th place. His next target is Such J, was gifted a couple of positions from that incident, and Such J, who is clearly struggling at the moment, and I do feel for him. He would have had a great fight with Sam Cole for sure. Two clean and competitive drivers that, you know, would have fought it out for this race win for sure. And I understand Sam is frustrated right now, and some of the comments from people in the main chat certainly hasn't helped. It's a competitive league, you know. People want to race, want to compete, want to try and aim for some victories, and just keep that in mind, people, please. I know I'm rambling on a lot right now about the restart, etc., but when people do take it to some extremities, then, you know, you've got to speak about them. But
yeah, I think it's good that we just move on, you know, move on to the race to see what happens. And we'll just move on there.
Such is really struggling.
Yeah.
I'm sure the tyres are overheating at this point as well. Certainly with a lack of, a different field, to be honest. He's going to be working those tyres a bit more. And Kyle SO2 up the inside. Such moves across, but unfortunately there's not much he can do at the moment. And yeah, I'm kind of reading the Discord chat and just sympathising a little bit. Patch for VC has joined. Okay, so he's an old fella.
Yeah, that's something
thing to do.
Yeah.
Atlantis sums it up perfectly. It's nothing to do with hosts. It's nothing to do with people's internet. It's Codemasters being Codemasters. It's nothing to do with teams either. I'll point that out. Mercedes, you know, nobody, I hope, sabotaged Mercedes or whatever. And yeah, that was the last thing we wanted to happen. But
oh, that's Wahman gone.
Oh, poor Wahman, the tier.
That's good. Oh no, never mind. He does. That is not good.
Tier 2 driver. Two McLarens next to each other on the track right now. I'll put the tyres back on, both on hards, and are running a pretty lonely race at the moment. But they got Seed in the background.
Jab.
Jab as well.
Oh no, Jab
He was
has
already out.
DNF
Sorry.
anyways. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Aid. Let's look at this gap between Aid and Gorgon because it's relatively staying the same. It's 2.3, 2.4. You know, leading to 2.4 all the time, but Aid is still giving a little bit of pressure. I think Gorgon knows that that the gap is remaining the same a bit. There, Kyle is having an incredible race tonight. Now, look at that P4. Both the Red Bulls are obviously not having a good race as well. Same for the McLarens. No, the Williams especially. Williams are not having a good race. Look at that. VRT Lily on the hards 4 laps. He pitted early in Axe with the default setup is not. Yeah, it's not helping him.
TRT Warman in for some hard tyres. He rejoins dozen seconds behind V2 Combat. And VRT Lily as well, who pit a little bit earlier. Not sure what his setup status is like, but excuse me, I've got hiccups now. 29 seconds behind the race lead and still within a shout, I guess. But Busy Gorgon, sorry, that's GSR Aid coming into the pits now, and it is now a Gorgon 1-2.
Gorgon 1-2. Let's get it.
Way.
Hey, yeah.
Sachin as well. I'm sure he's not rude or anything, but a bit miserable right now during this race, and I completely understand. Oh, look at this. Aid has just rejoined in front of the 2 McLarens. That was crucial. Could be a key to an undercut. Busy Gorgon may well respond this lap. Or keep his tyres going.
Yeah, the people top 4 are still yet to pit. Top 3 are on soft.
Oh, that's a squeeze. Sorry to interrupt there. Alfie George on Polo. They were still going there for a moment. But Busy Gorgon and now Kyle SO2 in as well. Corey Marshall stays out on those medium tyres. He's back in the session. So, luckily, it's not happening to everyone. But, you know, they put all this time into the virtual
closed
GP.
in a bit on Busy Gorgon there at 1.5 seconds now. That's something to look forward to.
.6 seconds, you're right, is the gap. 2 McLaren still close alongside, but this is Polo God on TRT Seeds. Got very close there, had to back out from that. Alfie George, who started on the hard tyres, penalty for TRT Seed there for multiple warnings. Great exit from Polo God. Will he go all the way around the outside? And
Seed goes wide.
Back. Gets a good exit, a little bit of oversteer and through.
Yeah, both cars are struggling so much. Polo is just having so much oversteer, and Seed is having so much understeer. It's incredible. Alfie George is now all in the back of Seed. So there's still a battle going on. Yeah, you can see Polo is just struggling so much on those softs. Now Alfie George is going for a move on Seed as Polo God is pitting. He's not exactly gaining. Will he go for the move? He's on 13 lap on
with the overtake.
Yeah. Seed obviously has a better exit. He went wide a bit. Brute is still yet to pit though. He is on 13 lap old softs. You can see they are degrading every single lap.
Oh, Alfie George.
Oh.
Up the inside. bit unorthodox, but pushes him through there. They both make the corner. Kyle SO2 with a good exit as well. It's... Oh, see, squeezes Alfie George there to the left-hand side, and 3 into 1 now, pretty much. Such J in the background there as well.
Yeah, Seed is really struggling with those mediums. He's going to have to pit soon. Alfie George as well, but Such is on. Oh my god, Kyle is on Alfie George right there. He goes for the lunge. Oh, and he gets in the back of.
Oh
no.
Too late.
He just. Oh, he breaks his front wing even more. No, that is.
He's stuck in the pit
shambles.
lane. He might get in trouble for that, but
He
not
was
trouble as in from the stewards, but.
yeah, from the game. Oh
Yeah.
my, yeah, that's just. He was on for net before as well, and he just retires. That is a horrible race.
Oh,
my
no!
God.
Oh, was that Warman?
Yeah,
oh,
that was
poor guy.
Woman. He has no front wing as well, no left front wing. This is just gone from bad to worse.
I don't think you can retire on track like that, unfortunately for Kyle, but... Well, it's not... I don't think it's... You can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Virtual safety car. Hopefully someone pits. This is helping Brute.
Free pit stop.
This is helping Brute. He's on for the mediums now. He's going on the soft medium compound. And Marshall's still yet to pit. This is helping Brute so much right now. Where is he going to end up? Is he going to end up in front of the racing point of Danny? Yeah, he's in front of the
it's a
as
lagged
well.
car. It's a disconnected car, I should say. So, Brute Gorgon in 4th place on medium tyres. Net 3rd at the moment. But this could be a great chase. Really could.
Yeah, I think the mediums can go to the end. If not, he's gonna have to put. Wallman speeds in the pit lane. Yeah, he just retires. But yeah, on with Brute. If he plays his cards right, he can end up with a really good position and the first points in Tier 1 for Renault, which is going to be an awesome story. So happy for Square. Don't jinx it yet, though, please. Corey Marshall still is yet to pit. I think his mediums are dying, so I don't know when he's yet to pit. Kyle leaves the session. Busy Gorgon is still in net P1 right now, dominating the whole race after he passed Such. Such also very unlucky in this Grand Prix after the restart. His default setup, again, mentioned again. Oh, man. Poor Woman.
Absolutely, but this is not the championship he's fighting for. And Tier 2 will be straight into his mind for next week. Only really called up in the last few minutes. He was available, so we got him in to fill what would be the final slot, what would have been the final slot, but aged well. I just find it so bizarre that both Mercs at the exact same time were kicked out of the session. It must, obviously, it's nothing to do with a physically run team in ARL, if you like, but it should, the Codemasters have just gone, yeah, let's kick both Mercs out of the session and say there's not enough players available or something, but bizarre.
Yeah, indeed. We also cannot forget both McLarens here on this team strategy. They're definitely in a party right now, working together, still being behind each other, giving each other DRS. On the back of Brute right now, well, almost in the back of Brute. They still have yet to pit, though. Hopefully they can get some points to challenge for the Constructors' Championship as well. FRALMG in the Drivers' Championship in 2nd place right now. Don't forget about Lily. Lily has pitted really early into the race. That is something new. It's catching up into Such.
Just an update on Brute Gorgon. I don't know why I dragged that out for long, to be honest, but he's now 1.4 seconds behind GSR Aid, and well, by the next lap, next couple of laps, he might well be in DRS, and ready to make that move. And then 2.7 seconds up the road from there is the net race leader.
Yeah, I wonder where Marshall would pit. If Marshall was going for 20 laps on those mediums, Brute is definitely capable of doing that. The same thing on the mediums as well. To the end of the race, he's catching up Aid. Aid is getting under pressure. Any other battles going on here? There's a train going on, 7th through 9th. Alfie, Such, and Lily. We'll get to that later. They're both catching up to Pluto and LMG. Those hearts can go at least 25 laps, I'd assume. So they're probably gonna go hard softs. Oh, look at this! This is Polo and Combat battling. If you see, this is the battle for 10th. Polo is all up in the rear of Combat for that final points paying position.
Polo God in the AlphaTauri has not had very good luck this season. He had high ambitions. They're still achievable for sure, whatever's in his head now, but...
Oh.
Might have been a warning.
Yeah, of course, we have to remember he started on mediums, but obviously it was not his fault. He should have started on the softs, but so then he pitted on lap 1 on for the softs.
Here we go, Such around the outside. This is the first time Such has really made a move in this race, and it is very, very nicely done, to be fair. And Alfie George cannot defend from that. We have a yellow flag, and that's V2 Combat and Polo God. They came together at turn 1, and both may now have front wing damage, which is a shame to see.
Oh, they don't. Wow, that's really...
Fair enough then. I think they avoided the wall.
Polo's letting him by. He knows he was in the wrong there. Danny is just vibing there, you know, with his AI.
It's a DNR, unfortunately, but he might even get points. Great move from VRT Lily as well. Alfie George, who started on the hard, is starting to head backwards, unfortunately. Lost 2 positions, which he held for quite a long time. And now VRT Lily is unleashed to try and overtake EQR, Such J25. Unfortunately, that team merged, so it's no longer called that, but he's only had the gamer tag for a week.
Yeah, now Lily is going on for a move for Such. He has a DRS, he has the ERS. Ooh. Oh my god, Such with a really late lunge, but Lily is now pulling and pulling. He has the racing line, and that was a really easy move from Lily there as Polo got to 3 seconds.
Oh, he's binned it on the banking.
Oh, he binned it on the banker. He did. So... He
must have run wide, got the penalty, then spun it.
Yeah, another virtual safety car though, not a real one, especially on the banker. I'd expect that to be a real safety car. Polo God texting in main chat. Yeah, he's done with this BS. Virtual safety car though, not a real one, so it won't really bunch up the pack here. 15 laps remaining of this GP as Corey Marshall still leading. 20 laps on the medium, so definitely.
He could pit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but he's trying to get those to a point where he can pit for softs and take them to the end. It's close at the minute.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No!
Oh, that's so...
Come on, Brute!
Sad to see.
Come on, man!
And that might be potential points thrown away for Renault, but V2 Combat is still in the point, so there's hope for Renault still. But, come on, there's got to be a win. Corey Marshall is pit onto softs and come out just behind the Renault. Through goes LMG, through goes Pluto. Actually, it's going to be close. They're just going to be behind.
Oh, yeah, with that inside line, Corey Marshall and LMG almost side by side there. Corey Marshall on the softs. Corey Marshall on the softs. He's going to have to extend those.
He couldn't really go on mediums, and hards, it just didn't really make sense. So, softs it is. He's got to burst them to the end.
Yes, if he went 20 laps on those softs, Brute can definitely go 20 laps on the mediums as well. But Corey Marshall obviously has those softs fighting for that final podium position, but do not forget LMG and Pluto still on those old hards. And Lily is all on the back of Pluto here. Yeah, he's saving his ERS. Oh
Oh
my!
no! That's front wing and late braking. They're on old hards. They're on older hards than VRT Lily,
Oh,
and that
man.
is another victim of front wing damage from late braking.
Oh, that's not good for his championship hopes, I'd say. Gorgon and Corey Marshall. Corey Marshall gets passed, yeah.
12 seconds to catch to the race lead. 11, well, sorry, I should say 13 for the race lead. 11 to aid.
Yeah, Polo left. As we mentioned, the last time Busy and Aid pitted.
Another retirement for Seed.
Another retirement, yeah. The last time
Well,
Aid and Gorgon pitted, they were a second and a half apart. Now they're 2.3 seconds apart. So Busy Gorgon obviously has the pace advantage. Getting a bit comfortable. Train's still going on with the McLarens and Lily and Such. Such is gonna want to get past Lily there with front wing damage. Look at that, you can tell the front wing damage. Such has DRS, so does Lily. Such needs Lily to get rid of that DRS if he wants to pass. If Such wants to pass Lily. Wow.
Corey Marshall with the fastest lap into the pits. Comes LMG to get rid of those tyres. Here's Such J on the inside of VRT Lily. And it's quite a simple move. But Jack with a good exit. Just tucks in behind. There was small contact. And that could have been so much worse if he kept on the throttle. But he just backed out of it in time. And that's that done for the meantime. Corey Marshall gaining quite quickly, but remember, he's pushing quite hard. But can he get those tyres to the end? And just see a bit of short shifting there for sure, just to keep the rears going. And it's great time management, actually. So good to see him do it. Good to see him doing that, actually.
Yes.
Oh, I think we've got V2 Combat gravel on his tyres. He's been around somewhere.
Passes him. LMG on the softs. Yes, he's definitely going to the end on those. Let's see if Pluto Pits comes into the pits after him. Yeah, he does. So
Softs for Pluto.
yeah, McLaren double points. Can we get it? Lily also pits. So yeah, he's
Ooh.
pitting for front wing. So if Lily catches up to both the McLarens, will we see a championship battle for? Well, I wouldn't say for the championship lead, but you know, it's a story, you know, to spice this race up.
V2 Combat on the 16 lap old hards, the oldest and hardest tyres, to be honest, of anyone in this race, and he's got 3 very eager soft runners behind him. So by the end of this, he could well be 10th. But if the Renaults keep it going until the flag, they're going to get points. Which, heaven. Heaven for Renault.
Alfie George is getting chased by V2 Combat. Look at this. He's gaining. He has the inside line. Who's going to break later here? Alfie or Combat? Combat is in front. That was a really, really laid back dive bomb. Oh my god, Alfie George is coming back at him.
Can he hold it around the outside? No, and the cutback is blocked too, but he gets a good exit nonetheless on the fresh medium tyres. Is right up the gearbox of V2 Combat. Surely he won't commit to a move yet, and smartly backed out of. Yeah, but Square, if both of them DNF now, which I hope doesn't happen, you know, they haven't reached, I'm pretty sure 95% or 90% is observed, and, oh, change of positions for McLaren, putting no intent to battle.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. The Square. Go Renault.
Yeah, nothing much else really. Something I'm looking one battle I'm looking for, sorry, I got distracted, is both McLaren's on soft chasing combat and Alfie George.
Alfie George, surprisingly, has dropped just outside a second now, but still has a DRS for this straight. But, yeah, on the fresh and medium tyres as well. Surprised to not see him stay closer, especially with the pace he has.
Yeah, indeed. Only 10 runners in this GP left after a very, very chaotic Zandvoort race. Oh man, Lily again with the story of never giving up. He's still running. Look at this. He's going to get
a point.
That final point. Woohoo! Go Jack, man.
We might as well do kind of like a mini chat. It's so hard this championship now to kind of say what's going on because these last two races have been one of a kind.
Lily, obviously with the fastest lap, he may cool down his tires a bit. Just cool down, you know. Maybe wait for a late race safety car if there is one and catch the point.
BRT Lily with the time penalty as well, but you know Jack, he'll keep going. But yeah, obviously VRT Lily, the championship leader on 73 points. He'll be up to 74, maybe 75 with his fastest lap that he may not be beaten. LMG in 9th at the moment. You see, every time, obviously not a dig on LMG, it might be a setup thing or just, you know, not being in the right place at the right time, but Jack's had these last two races, the league has had these last two races, and LMG's still lower points. He's not gaining in these situations, which is what he doesn't really want to be in, obviously, but even Axe, F1 driver behind, both of them no longer in this race, obviously, but Such J as well, great opportunities to go up to P3 in the championship today's 10 points on the board as it stands, which puts him ahead of F1 driver and Axe. Sam Cole had a great opportunity today. There's so many people up there. Corey Marshall will, as it stands as well, get himself another 15 points, so that will put him up to joint 4th in the standings and actually into 4th, due to countback, of course, with that race win. But yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah, Milo looking, logging.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, that is, it's just, yeah, let's just focus on the race now.
Okay, back to the race, boys.
Yeah, back to the race, boys.
No comment.
No comment. Back again, Busy Gorgon. Leading the race, already 4 seconds in front of 8. He is absolutely obliterating the field right now. It is, wow.
He is. I'll be interested to get some words from him, but based on something just happened, maybe interviews will not be a priority post-race, but instead a
Nah,
form of
I mean
organisation.
it is a official ARL race, and I think we should, you
It
know,
is,
Busy
yeah.
Gorgon, if he does manage to win the race in these final few laps, I
That'd be
think
great. That'd be great.
he deserves an interview, you know. I think he does. It wouldn't be fair for him, but yeah, overall great stuff from Busy Gorgon. Redemption from Bahrain, where he qualified second but got taken out. That incident with such and everyone, but yeah, overall, the McLarens are catching up to Alfie George. That is something to look forward to. Look at Combat already pulling from Alfie George there. They were both like in DRS contention, and that's gonna give I wouldn't say headache, but that's something for McLaren to, you know, it's gonna be a problem for McLaren.
I'm sure the McLarens will be willing to work together here and get through maybe at the same time or as soon as possible. But starting lap 32 of this race, there's less than 5 laps to go now, and what a dramatic, strange, I'm throwing adjectives at you now like I know what I'm talking about, but unpredictable, random, strange, I've already said that, but yeah, this past hour and 20 minutes, yeah, okay, well.
Yeah.
No, we're here to commentate. Sometimes we get angry. That's life. Sometimes others get angry. That's life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes things aren't always perfect. That's life.
Yeah, Alfie George is really holding up really well to Pluto and LMG there. An 8th and 9th LMG, of course, with the penalty, is going to struggle there. Lily, obviously, still not giving up. Oh, man. Yeah.
He's actually gaining as well, which is not a surprise, but yeah, he'll get a couple of points on the board. Sam Cole will get a point. For the poll, we got the official poll, and therefore he'll get a point for it. It will look a bit strange on the race results for sure. That he'll get pole, but he just won't be there. He might be put on there as a DNS. I don't know. We'll see. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
yeah, I
that's
don't know.
true. Yeah, 2 laps left of this GP. So far from all. Let's remove all the distractions that happened. Milo, what do you what are your impressions of this race so far? Let's forget about everything that's happened with the management and stuff, and just focus on the race. You know, what has impressed you? Who are your losers? You know, well, obviously the real loser here is Codemasters, but yeah, who is racing?
Bloody true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great question. Obviously, a loss for the championship again, really, as LMG. Second race in a row where Jack's been trundling around at the back and he's in a lower points paying position. I wouldn't call him a loser. I'm not sure what the setup situation is, but just based on the championship front, LMG has not had a great day and wants to be gaining, and he hasn't been able to, which is the sad thing. Another loser, really. Jack pit early. I'm not sure what was going on. Got that front wing damage, but yeah, it's all got a bit pear-shaped once more. But a huge, you know, credit and respect to the top 4 today. Especially top 5, top 6, everyone in the race, to be honest, still. Especially Busy Gorgon, you know, came in once again as a reserve. Just using his time off, if you like, to come and have a reserve appearance. And once again has bossed it. He's got one more lap to go once he crosses the line. No complaining.
Yeah.
You know, same with Aid. No complaints. Corey Marshall once again getting on the podium. Had a pretty tricky qualifying himself, to be fair, but great strategy from him. Brute Gorgon, he would have been in an incredible position to fight for this race win. We would have had a better fight than we are having at the minute. But yeah, points for Renault. A win, to be honest, in itself. Such J, sadly, struggling with no setup, has a big gap, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, Corey Marshall obviously disconnected, and he is going to get a last step of the podium there. And that's yeah, that is incredible. But Brute Gorgon is closing up to him on the old mediums. Yeah, both of them have old tires. I think everyone in this race does. In its final lap of the race, Busy Gorgon, hopefully he doesn't bottle. Oh wow, what a race this was. The McLarens are still behind Alfie George. Alfie George has coped really well
Yeah.
behind both the McLarens. Obviously, Pluto's just closing up to him.
No matter what, though, it is an official ARL race, and you can say whatever you want about today, because all the opinions have been there. But Busy Gorgon, what a drive! Brilliant performance from him. And I'm going to struggle with adjectives again. GSR Aids comes across the line to take P2. In third place, it's another podium for Corey Marshall. Oh, that's a timing glitch.
Yeah, because he left.
Note that one down.
Yeah, that's a time
Yeah,
glitch.
note that one down. But yeah, it'll be Brute Gorgon in P4. Such J, fair play, 5th place. Not much he could have done today. V2 Combat is going to take double points for Renault. And, well, don't you just love to see it? Especially the Renault team leader, Square, who watches on as always. Alfie George coped with the pressure nicely to keep both McLarens behind. There was a penalty for LMG. And VRT Lily will cross the line for a single point. I guess we'll get some drivers in. Sorry, wrong people.
Lily is doing donuts. Hopefully he doesn't get disqualified there. If he does, he has that. Oh man. Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do interviews anyway, aren't we, Feta? Because
yeah,
it's the tradition. No matter what even happened there, but cool. Quick question though, Feta, did you predict that podium?
let's. Yeah.
Imagine the odds of that.
I kind of did. I mean, all of them started on the top 10, which is good.
I'll run through the results quickly, and we'll get to interviews, of
Nathan,
course.
Asian
but
man,
like
yes.
I said,
Of course. ABS is in my ass.
Exactly.
last
God.
hour and a
Yeah,
half,
yeah.
guys. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Here's the results, and Busy Gorgon winning the race ahead of GSR Aids, and it will be Corey Marshall in third after a timing glitch. Brute Gorgon will be in 4th place ahead of Such J, V2 Combat. Alfie George kept both McLarens behind. LMG 9th place, and VRT Lily takes a couple points with the fastest lap as well. So bizarre. Anyway, we'll start with the interviews then. We'll start with our 3rd place finisher, and no, I'm not joining parties. We'll start with our 3rd place finisher, Corey Marshall. Another podium from what, 13th on the grid? How did that feel? Witnessing some of that carnage.
Yeah, it was a weird one. Well done to Addy and Gorgon. Their pace was quite good. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to get third, to be honest. I got
Yeah, that
disconnected at the
disconnect really
race as
didn't help
well.
you.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really know what happened, but after that, I don't really know where all the cars went, to be honest with you. But I'll take that, yeah, because it wasn't very good around here, so I'll take that from 12th, I think.
Yeah. Well, Corey, I have a few questions for you. Double podium, obviously. I know you joined in late, but how are you feeling? What place are you aiming on the standings? You know, with your double podium, do you feel like you could race for? I mean, not race, challenge for wins again, and maybe get like top three in the standings?
Uh, I'll. I mean, I'm miles behind all the leaders, I think. So yeah, relatively. Yeah. Yeah. Netherlands isn't really a strong track for me, but so I was happy with the podium. But there's others that yeah, I can feel that I can at least challenge maybe for poles and wins. But yeah, I doubt I'll be near top three. It's quite far away.
Yeah. Moving on to Aid. Aid, you were trying to keep up with Busy Gorman. You know, did you feel you had more pace into that race? Do you feel you could have caught up to him? Obviously, you were 1.5 seconds behind Nathan after that first pit stop. Yeah. Did you feel like you had more pace into that race?
Well,
Or
I
were
pretty
you?
much just
Yeah.
gave it everything, to be honest, because it was I don't know how, but Nathan was just so quick throughout that race. I did have a bit of a worry that Corey, because he was on the soft tyres, he might catch up. But thankfully they wore off before he could. So it's nice to actually have some good luck in this league for once, because I haven't been the luckiest, but it's nice to have a break in that.
Yeah. Milo, any questions from you?
Uh, not really. I'll be honest, nothing's really going through my head at the minute. But we will turn to our race winner, Busy Gorgon, and
The
well,
man,
it's
the
your second
myth.
podium, and it's come as a race win in ARL Tier One. Uh, How does it feel? Because I know I keep saying this and ranting on about it, but it's been a weird hour and a half, especially for me and Feta right here. But
Yeah.
yeah, what does it feel like for you?
Well, firstly, GG to Aiden Corey on the podium. But then in terms, that was just a very interesting race because I just had really good pace. I don't know how to describe it. Really. I was the whole race I was managing my ARS up till the end when I kind of used it all. But yeah, it was. I'm kind of lost words at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, redemption for Bahrain, exactly. Uh, this is going to be a tricky question for you. Do you feel like you can challenge for more wins like that? You know, Bahrain, you had the chance, and of course now your second time reserving, you are fighting for the win again. You know, that is just incredible stuff that you started top three 100% of the time every time you raced. Yeah, do you feel you have the pace to win more races like this again?
I don't like to put pressure on myself, so with a caliber of drivers in this league, I don't ever put pressure on myself to win a race, and I just kind of
Mhm.
try to do the best I can, really. Because, like, in other leagues, I put too much pressure on myself and I don't do as well.
ABS. Yeah, ABS.
So in this league, I just don't put pressure on myself, and I just kind of, I'm more relaxed, and then I just perform better, really. So I guess if I put pressure on myself to do well, I probably will bottle races. So just being calm throughout the race, I think, is doing me quite well in ARL.
That's it for me, Milo.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be it for me as well. Bit blank at the minute, and I apologise. But we'll end the stream there. Obviously, next week we head to France, which hopefully is smooth. And, well, it's a nice open track as well. So hopefully none of the similar collisions like what Jab and V2 had, etc. today. Yeah, overall, hopefully better. Hopefully things are sorted.
Nathan, you got anything to
And
say about potatoes?
I've hit myself twice. But yeah, from me, Feta, everyone today, thank you very much for watching. So I'll just leave on I apologise and goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Yep.